In 1974, I got a job offer from NBC News to cover the Congress, the House of Representatives. And I had had a couple of offers from the networks before to move from local to the networks. And I'd always turn them down because had two kids. And I did not feel that I could travel as much as was required and raise my kids. But this job covering the Congress, I thought, well, okay, that won't require a lot of travel at all. They haven't, unless they've moved it, the Congress stays in the House of Representatives, and that's in the Capitol, and I know where it is. So I moved to Washington. I went to work covering the Congress, and I had a wonderful time. I really did. Occasionally I would sub over at covering the White House, and I hated it every time I did it. It was the difference between, at the White House, they sort of feed you news through a slot in the door, and then you had to have secret sources to talk to find out what was really going on. And back then they would do things like they had something called the lunch lid, and they would say the lunch lid is on. And what that meant was that everybody could go out for a 3-hour lunch, that nothing was going to happen for 3 hours, that no news would happen for 3 hours. Well, that certainly they couldn't get by with that today. Whereas as far as the United States Congress, I had 435 people, any one of whom would like to be on television on any given day. And if you fired a shot in the middle of them, they ran in 435 directions. Well, that was a lot more interesting than one guy who doesn't want to talk to you anyway. So I really enjoyed my time there, and I learned a lot about politics. And I came to agree with Sam Donaldson, a man whose work I've always admired. And one of the reasons I've always admired Sam was that Sam always took the attitude that covering the president was just like covering the mayor, only it was a bigger office, physically. But that you basically, it was the same thing. And politics worked the same, whether it was City Hall or whether it was the Congress of the United States. And I have found him in all these years to be more right than wrong on that subject. And I wish that more reporters would look at it that way and would lose whatever glazed eye feeling they have of, ooh, I'm on Air Force One, or ooh, I'm in the White House press corps, or ooh, I'm standing in front of the Senate. Oh, get over yourself. These are elected politicians. More often than not, they will lie to you if given the chance. This is truly, I suppose, ironic that I had spent 8 months in Houston and 3 months, and 8 months, I spent 8 months in Houston and almost 3 years in New York covering crime. And NBC hired me to cover the House of Representatives. That either says something about the House of Representatives or NBC News or me. Why they felt that covering crime qualified me to cover politics, I don't know, but there you have it.